Yo, what's going on my schmeagles? I hope you're all doing well. Today we're using my Frost Maiden build, and as the name suggests, this build's all about freezing people. We're using some cold infused weapons and some ice spells. This is a level 60 build. We've got 35 vigor, 19 strength, 18 dex, which is the minimum for our weapons, and then we've got 30 intelligence. In our flask we're using the intelligence not crystal tier to boost our intelligence by 10, and then we use the magic shrouding crack tier to boost our magic attacks. And here's a quick look at the armour and talismans that we're using on the build. We've got a selection of weapons on the build, the first one being a cold infused knight's greatsword with the chilling mist ash of war. Then we've got a cold infused Claymore and the Ash of War, and this one is the Glintstone Pebble. As well as this, once we use our flask to get our 10 extra intelligence, we have access to the Dark Moon Greatsword for 3 minutes. This has got those nice projectile R2s for the Ash of War. And then finally, in our offhand, we'll always have access to the Claymor's Harpoon. The Ash of War in this one is the Ice Spear. And then to finish things off, we've got a selection of spells on the build, including the Swift Glintstone Shard, the Freezing Mist, the Glintstone Ice Crag, and then finally we've got the Zamor Ice Storm. And that's the build, guys. If you like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're literally only 40 subs away now from reaching 1,000 subs. Anyway guys, it's time for you lot to sit back, get your feet up, get yourselves a cup of tea, and enjoy the video. So guys, the Frost Maiden, it's all getting a bit chilly in here. Someone left the fridge open, shut that goddamn fridge, it's absolutely freezing. As I said, this build's all about making people cold, inflicting frostbite, so let's get to work. We get a nice early kill on the summon there, a little bit suspect with our range. I think I got a little bit lucky. It looked like he was about 3 miles away from us, but I still managed to connect and I got the kill. We follow that up with a nice projectile R2 from the Dark Moon Greatsword and we get the kill on the blue. Invest in your vigor, Sunshine. Obviously not enough vigor there, he took an absolute beef load of damage. But now it's just down to me and the host, and he's happily swinging his axe away there even though he's still low health. I throw out some freezing mist here, but I notice that he's backing up to the lift, so I put the chase on and I look for a little nice plunging attack here, big chunk of damage, and then it's just a case of a simple R1 to finish the job. A great invasion to start the video off there, guys. Did exactly what this build's all about, what we're trying to do. Give some people a nice little bit of hypothermia. Nice little bit of hypothermia, anyone? Nice little bit of a cold? Anyone feeling a bit chilly? Let's turn the heating on, let's warm things up a bit. Actually, no, we're not turning the heating on. We want it cold and we want it chilly. That's what this build is all about. Inflicting frostbite, killing people with the power of the cold. Now, next invasion, we're using the Claymore in this one, and don't forget, we've got the Glintstone Pebble Ash of War, and it's really good. It really suits the build, although it's not exactly cold themed. It still does a hell of a lot of damage, and it benefits from our intelligence scaling. Nice kill on the summon there. We did a nice chunk of damage with the Glintstone Ice Crag, and then followed that up with a jumping attack with the Claymore. We've got the host, really low health here. I'm showboating like a morpho there. I could have easily killed him, but I went for a kill with the Ice Storm. You know, I let him live, but he's on the back foot now. It's just a case of keeping the pressure on, and this is a done deal, guys. It's just a done deal. We go for the Zamor Ice Storm again. That's what I was looking for earlier, and we followed it up with the Glintstone Pebble. The lunging attack kills the host. Really good Ash of War. It used to be an absolute monstrosity. If you remember before it got patched, it was an absolute monster, honest to God. The Glintstone Pebble was just a beast, but now, after the nerf, I think it's in a really good place. It doesn't stun after the initial little pingy pew pew that we throw out. That doesn't stun them so much, and you're not guaranteed the follow-up attack. But even if the little pew pew misses, the follow-up attack still has a chance of landing, and if it lands, it's going to do some good damage, and I just think it's in a real good place. Anyway guys, I found this duo in the Church of Elleh, and the host is happy to be stood back for now. He thinks his dad is going to protect him with those 2 big great ruined swords, but he's not going to protect him, is he? Because I give him a nice little bit of hypothermia, nice little bit of a chill. and he just couldn't live up to the cold. He weren't insulated enough, and he just got a bit too chilly, guys. The horse was just a little bit out of range there for the Zamora Ice Storm, even though he did take a bit of damage on the edge of it. He missed the brunt force of it, so we got away lightly. But as you can see, the freezing mist does its job and inflicts a frostbite on the horse there. He takes a little bit of damage, but you can see he's got that lingering effect of the frostbite, and now he's in trouble. We land a nice little pebble there on the glintstone pebble, a nice follow-up R2 with the Claymore, and then the pebble again. No need for the follow-up attack because the horse was already dead. I've never really used a Claymore before. Such a good greatsword. I see a lot of people using the Claymore all the time. I've always said, you know, there's other options to use besides just the more popular greatswords. There's so much good choice. But in using the Claymore greatsword, I can see why people like it so much. It's real fun. The moveset is awesome. And that lunging R2 is just brilliant. It's so fun to use and it does a lot of damage. And it makes for a real nice playstyle. Anyway, I found these two in Carian Manor. And look at that. We get a nice little chilling mist dash of war on the Knight's Greatsword, and we follow that up with the Ice Spear, and we absolutely demolish the summon. And now it's just a fight between me and the host on this little squared rooftop area, little tight space, and I was more than happy to stay here and just fight it out like a couple of drunken schmeagles, but the host gets panicked and he drops. I weren't sure what was beneath us there. I thought he might have died, but when I realised that he was still alive, I was going down to finish the job. We get a nice glintstone ice crag on him there. He's low health, break his guard, inflict frostbite, and then we get the critical attack for the kill. Now this invasion, guys, was an absolute belter. Definitely the highlight of my invasion session when I recorded this one. As you can see, we're still using the Claymore, and I try and get a little bit of early damage on the summon here, but then the horse comes in with that scythe. What is that scythe? The winged scythe, isn't it? It's the winged scythe. And you know, guys, when anyone's using that in an invasion, you know what to expect. You're just going to spam the hell out of that Ash of War, try and stop you from healing, and it can be an absolute nightmare to deal with, especially in a 3-man gank like this. I switched to the Ice Spear there, and I've no idea why it just shot it into the ground. I don't know what all that's about. I felt robbed. I felt absolutely violated. Why did it shoot it into the ground, guys? I've no idea. Anyway, look at that. Glintstone Pebble on the summon. I took my opportunity there and I got the kill. Now it's a 2-on-1 and things are a little bit more manageable, but if you look bottom left, the horse landed the winged scythe Ash of War on us and we actually can't heal. So we get a nice little turn and burn on the summon there just to buy ourselves a little bit of time. And now we've got to dodge and roll, duck and weave. You know what I mean? You can't afford to take any damage in this situation when you can't heal. But now the time has run up and I can actually heal. So I've got to get myself topped up and then I can re-engage. I managed to land some nice damage there with the Zamora Ice Storm. The timing of that spell is vital. You can easily be stunned out of the wind up to it once you actually start it, so you've got to be careful. As you can see there, Glintstone Pebble doing the job again. We missed the initial pew pew, but as I said earlier, guys, it doesn't matter if you miss because the follow-up lunging attack still has good tracking and it always has a good chance to land and do a good bit of damage. I've used that Ash of War now to take out both summons in this invasion, so you can see definitely just how useful it is. Again, guys, the same thing I'm talking about there. We miss the pew pew, but we get some nice damage with the lunging attack afterwards and we kill the horse. What a great invasion that was, guys. Absolute highlight of that invasion session. 3-on-1, whittled them down one by one. We used all of our kit. Really, really good. Super satisfying. And now we're into the next invasion. I remember this invasion quite well. I'm doing my best with this horse. I'm trying to make him nice and chilly. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make him wish that he had a few more layers. I'm trying to give him that nice little bit of hypothermia, guys. You know what I mean? Nice little bit of cold, bit of cold, guys. Bit of hypothermia. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make him chilly, but I'm struggling. I'm absolutely getting outplayed in this invasion. I have no shame in saying it. He was outpoisoning me. I weren't landing any damage on him. He was doing loads of damage on me, and to make things worse, a hunter spawned in. So I was thinking at this point, it's game over, guys. It was just game over. I just didn't know what to do, but I go for the Zamora Ice Storm here. This was my last gasp. I thought, if this lands, I've got a chance, but if not, I'm dead. And look at that. Ah, it's just beautiful. We got some nice damage with the Zamora Ice Storm, and then we took our opportunity with the Glintstone Pebble and we finished the host off. I think when the hunter came in there, the host got a little bit overly confident and they both kind of rushed in towards me, and that gave me the opportunity to dish out that damage and pull a rabbit out of the hat at the end of that invasion. I've spawned into the capital outskirts for this invasion, and this is actually against a trio, but the other summon and the host are both sitting back and letting me take on this first summon one-on-one. And he's an intelligence build as well. You can see he's also using the Glintstone Pebble on his sword, so I've got to be careful because there's no doubt this guy's going to do some good damage if I let him get too many hits on me. But I'm not sure about his vigour, guys. Intelligence builds, typical wizards, don't usually have a lot of vigour, and we managed to get some nice early damage on him. We do a switch to the Ice Spear on the Claymor's Harpoon, and we finish him off. But there's no time to celebrate our victory because we're on to the next one now, and we're fighting the second summon with those two great curved swords. The Magma Worm Maker curved swords. Is it the scaled great curved sword? I forget exactly what it's called, but they just look super cool. And I've actually never seen anyone using two like that. They just look awesome. Such a menacing looking weapon, and using two is definitely intimidating. Bit of a risky Ash of War there on the Darkmoon Great Sword, sparking it up for those projectile R2s. We nearly ate a full jumping attack, but we managed to roll out of the way just in time. And we finish off the second summon with the Claymor's Harpoon. Now it's just onto the host, make him nice and chilly again, inflict some frostbite to get another nice 3-on-1 victory. 3 1-on-1s, but we managed to take them out one by one, super satisfying. Let's send this host to his chilly grave and solidify the victory in this invasion. We roll out of the way there with the jumping attack to land a nice backstab, and then we've got the Glintstone Shard, little quick pew-pews to finish the job. That's why it's handy having them on this build, guys. They're not frost themed obviously, but it's always good to have that super fast casting speed option. They finish people off when they're down at one shot. I've got another duo to deal with here, guys, and I send out the freezing mist. Try and turn the temperature down straight away, just how we like it. But this absolute crazy man of a summon doesn't care about the temperature, guys. He doesn't care that he's starting to feel a little bit chilly. Just roll through. Just roll through all that cold and came straight for us. You can see though the host there, obviously feeling a little bit cold himself. He took a big chunk of damage from the frostbite, and we're well in control, guys. We are well in control of things on this invasion. The summon taking a hell of a lot of damage there, and watch this, guys. Oh, little bit of a heat killed him, guys. We inflicted the frostbite, took his health down low, and then the PvE just came along with his little torch. He felt sorry for him. He was like, "You're looking a bit colder. Would you like a bit of fire to heat you up?" Actually, no, sorry, I just killed you. As you can see, the host was no problem afterwards. We finished him off with the Glintstone Shards. Easy invasion, guys. 2-on-1, no problem. Anyway, guys, this is the last invasion of the video. As you can probably tell, I've had a great time putting this one together. I'm thinking I might even stay on this build for an extra video, guys. Just do a few more invasions, put out a shorter video, just because I'm having a great time invading on this frost build currently, and it'll be a shame to move on from it so soon. Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. But you lot look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.